Bury the hatchet, Emily? Where? In my third or fourth rib?
No, I'm serious. We need to find a way to, well, we'll not be friends with each other, but find a way to make peace.
Well, 'tis the season.
This has nothing to do with the upcoming holidays. You know what? Maybe it does.
Okay, go on.
Well, it's been brought to my attention that I need to make amends in order to put the past behind me. I don't blame you for being skeptical. I don't, but I'm asking that you hear me out over a cup of coffee. After everything that's happened to me, can't you sacrifice that much, Meg?
Mother says when someone who hates you decides to extend their hand in friendship, you should always check their other hand.
Oh, nothing up my sleeve.
Isn't that what Craig said before he disappeared in the magic box?
I had nothing to do with that. Or any of the other tricks he played that night, especially the one involving Johnny.
I assume since you and Craig are partners that you had a hand in the festivities.
No, you were wrong. In fact, I told Dusty that Craig had hired somebody to fly him off somewhere, and I was afraid that he was going to take Johnny with him.
But Craig loved that.
Well, he really never intended to go anywhere. I mean, the whole thing was just a ploy to see if I would sell him out.
Oh, a loyalty test. So how do you bounce back from an F?
I don't care what Craig Montgomery thinks of me. I care what I think of me. I'm back in therapy full time, can't you tell?
Good for you.
Have you ever been to one? Yeah, therapist?
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, I'm with the group now for parents that have lost a baby or an infant.
Well, that's very brave of you, Emily.
Well, do I really have a choice? Hating you and Paul isn't going to bring my baby back.
I'm glad you're getting the help you need.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's a slow process, but one of the exercises my doctor suggested was that I meet with all the people that I have issues with.
And I was your first choice?
Yeah. I mean, I had to start somewhere, so I figured I worked up the courage, and here I am, sitting across from you. I feel like I need to do this because nothing's going to bring my daughter back. I need to do this so I can heal.
I think I have time for 1 cup of coffee.
1 cup is all I'll take.
Thank you. So you said you have something you need to tell me.
I don't know where to begin.
Why don't you start where you feel comfortable?
Well, none of this is comfortable, Meg, or I wouldn't be in therapy. You know, I guess I should start with admitting the fact that I haven't been very nice to you and Paul.
No, you haven't.
Considering you stole my husband from me.
You gave him a 16 caliber send-off. Can you blame me for thinking you were done with him?
It's so easy for you to be flip when you have everything you want, isn't it, Meg?
Emily, no one has everything they want, but they sometimes get what they deserve.
Oh, and what's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Just that you and Paul were done way before he and I got together.
Oh, and yet it was so easy for you to fake being apart when it was all a ploy to take my baby away from me.
You know what, Emily? This sounds more like you punishing me than
No, please don't go. Meg, I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry.
Why don't we just leave it at that?
Because I'm not finished. I'm sorry. I have so much more to say to you. Please sit down. I don't. I am so sorry. I know I have continued to blame you for the death of my child. Excuse me. Oh,
you all right?
Water. Something just went down the wrong pipe, I think. Although my mother swears that's not possible.
I'll drink up.
Thank you. Sorry to scare you. I hope your coffee's not cold.
Nope. Just the way I like it. I guess I forgot to turn my ringer back on after my shift at the hospital.
Well, don't you want to check? Maybe it's something important.
No, I can wait.
Well, what if it's Paul?
So where were we, Emily?
I was making amends.
Is it working?
I don't know. You tell me. I mean, I knew that this wouldn't be easy, but I didn't know it would be so hard.
Well, why don't you give it your best shot?
You okay?
You know, I'm just feeling a little run down. It must be the back-to-back shifts at the hospital.
Looking a little pale.
Yeah. Nothing like a hospital to catch a bug at.
Oh, you think you're contagious?
I don't know. Maybe I should go home, get to bed. I'm sorry, I'm more wiped out than I thought I was.
Are you sure this isn't just an excuse? Not to hear me out, not to let me make amends?
What?
That way you could keep me the bad guy.
You know, can you cut me a break here, Emily? I'm really feeling lousy.
You know what? No problem. No problem. Actually, Meg, this is a godsend, because now that I'm thinking about it, I am not ready to make peace with the likes of you. You're right.
Yes? You all right?
Just feeling a little under the weather.
Can I get you something to eat?
No, actually, I'm on my way out. Thank you.
You were expecting Mag. I assume you were hoping to settle the tiff the two of you had earlier.
You spying on us?
Oh, please, lose the paranoia. If anything, I'm trying to steer clear of, what did you call it the other night at the party? Your pre-wedded bliss.
Why is it every time I turn my back, you're alone with her?
I was right. You were fighting about me.
Shouldn't you be behind bars? What's the statute of limitations on having your own daughter kidnapped these days?
I'm letting my lawyers handle all that.
Right, Tom Hughes.
Tom served his purpose.
Oh, he quit.
My new lawyers are filing all the necessary motions. I may go to court, but I won't go to jail.
Right, well, you beat attempted murder, kidnapping, a walk in the park. I must say, I was really looking forward to seeing you on the side of the road spearing trash in an ill-fitting orange jumpsuit.
Very good. But I'm not here to bore you with my problems.
What are you here to bore me with?
I am here because I saw you and Meg arguing, and I thought maybe my name came up, and I didn't want you to get the wrong idea.
Your name never came up.
Good. Because I would hate to be the source of any tension between the two of you. Okay? What happened between me and Meg at the gala the other night was entirely my fault. Nothing to get in an uproar about.
Hey. Why don't you let me decide that? You were a very busy boy then under the benefit, weren't you?
So were you. I heard there was a PI following me all
I didn't
night.
think it would hurt to beef up security.
In case there was mischief afoot.
Well, mischief? What, you mean like tricking Meg to go into your hotel room to visit some poor, sick, imaginary hotel guest?
So she told you about my little ruse.
Pathetic. Tricking a woman into spending time with you. Is that what passes for a romantic tactic on cell block B?
I thought you'd be livid. What if I found out that a man I despised had shared a kiss with the woman I adore?
You'd say anything to get a rise out of me.
Well, I just lost my head. You know, it was all the excitement and mystery of the evening. It just got the best of me.
You're telling me that you kissed Meg.
Well, it was a night for getting carried away. And if one small kiss qualifies as getting carried away... You think I'm lying?
I think that I know all of your moves. And I think that you would do anything to try and stir things up between me and Meg. And I know that you're too late for your own party because Meg already told me what happened the night you had her lured up to your hotel room.
She told you about our little kiss?
For the last time, nothing happened. Are we gonna argue every time Craig looks at me?
You know, I think you should go now. I've had enough fun for one day.
Of course she told you. You're engaged to be married. You don't have any secrets between each other. I suppose, given our history of pursuing the same woman, I couldn't resist the chance to twist the tiger's tail. It's no fun if you don't roar. I must be losing my touch.
Hey, Meg. It's me. What, are you screening my calls? All right, call me when you get this. I love you.
I suppose, given our history of pursuing the same woman, I couldn't resist the chance to twist the tiger's tail. It's no fun when you don't roar. I must be losing my touch.
Hi, Jack.
Paul?
Meg home?
No, I thought she was at work.
Well, she's in between shifts, and I saw her at the Lakeview, but that kind of ended abruptly. I thought she might have come home.
No, I have no idea where she is.
Meg, are you all right? You look a little green around the gills.
I'm fine. What are you doing here?
I had a meeting with a advertiser who canceled. Are you sure you're all right?
Yeah, there's a flu bug going around the hospital. I think it got me.
Can I call a doctor?
No, I'll be fine. I just need to get home.
Oh, you're in no shape to drive.
I'll grab a cab, okay? Oh, my purse.
Oh, here, I got it. I'm taking you home. Come on.
It was an early, so I thought... No, okay, no message, thank you.
What'd the hospital say?
She's not there yet.
Try her cell?
Yeah, she's not picking up.
So is this something you're really worried about, or is this just more of the same?
What do you mean more of the same?
No offense, but you two seem to change your status on a regular basis.
Oh. And you're living at Emma's Y? Meg and I are fine.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Don't let the door hit you on
All
the
right,
way
well,
out.
hold on. I'm sorry. Jack, I'm sorry. That was a cheap shot.
Yeah, it was.
None of this is simple. And if you and Carly are... You're right. Meg and I are doing the same old thing again. We had a disagreement over somebody.
Emily?
No, Emily's not an issue.
Craig. It's not Emily, it's gotta be Craig.
Why do you say that?
Because you hate him, and Emma says he's been dropping by here looking for Meg. Says he's her friend.
Craig doesn't have any friends.
No, he doesn't. So if I were you, I'd keep an eye out.
Why?
Because Craig seems to specialize in unavailable women. He likes the challenge, and he likes to drive other men crazy.
You're telling me that you kissed Meg?
Well, it was a night for getting carried away. And if one small kiss qualifies as getting carried away...
All I'm saying is I don't think Meg needs any more grief right now. Do you?
If you see Meg before I do, can you tell her I'm looking for her?
Craig, I am so sorry.
Oh, forget it.
But your car.
Yeah, for one, for beautiful women getting sick in expensive cars, the details will go out of business.
You have to let me pay for it.
Don't be ridiculous. Come on, let's get out of this. Come on. I promise I won't look. Much. Kitchen? Just in case you decide to baptize the couch. Feeling better?
Yeah, I am so embarrassed. You should go.
What happened to gratitude? Huh? Man let you throw up on him and you show him the door?
I am very grateful.
Man, come on, relax. Relax. I'm not going anywhere until I know you're all right. I don't care if it takes all night. Come on, just one little sip for Uncle Craig.
What is it about ginger ale when you're sick?
And old movies, black and white, if you can find them. World War II melodramas, where everyone is worse off than you are.
Yeah, somehow they still end up looking better than I do.
Not a chance. Cracker?
Please tell me you weren't carrying that around.
Oh, yes, this is my damsel in distress kit. Feeling better?
You know, I probably should get up.
I don't know. That's a fast. You'll regret it.
It really was sweet of you to drive me home.
Well, even monsters have their moments.
Oh, you're not a monster. I'm not saying that your
Don't
behavior
spoil it.
isn't...
Looks like the party started without me.
We were wondering where you were. Your fiancé has not been feeling well.
I'm okay.
Come here. What happened, huh? You were feeling fine before.
Yeah, I know. I just suddenly got dizzy and then sick out of nowhere. And then I just couldn't keep any food down.
I couldn't let her drive.
Craig offered to drive me home.
It was the least I could do.
Did you talk to her, doctor?
No, I think it's just a bug that I have. I'll be okay. As a matter of fact, I'm feeling a little bit better already. And I have a shift later. If I'm not feeling too well, I'll have one of the interns check me out.
Do you really think that you should go into work?
I think that's up to Meg. Craig, thank you for getting Meg home, but I'll take it from here.
You feel better.
I will, thank you.
I know this must seem a little disconcerting, finding us this way with Meg so undone, but I can assure you that despite my indiscretion the other day, this is completely innocent.
Aren't you due in court?
Tomorrow.
Well, maybe you should run along now and get ready. Must be disconcerting for you knowing that your own daughter's going to testify against you. And Lucy, such an honest girl. I, for one, can't wait to hear what she has to say. Bye. You sure you're feeling okay now?
Yeah, but at the time it was pretty brutal. I mean, you could ask the bartender. I almost passed out.
Oh, I believe you.
I tried calling you, Paul, but I just got so dizzy the phone fell out of my hands, and then I was just sitting there totally disoriented, and Craig showed up. He had some sort of meeting, and he saw what shape I was in, and he offered to drive me home. I didn't think I was in any position to refuse. You know, I'm gonna go get myself cleaned up.
Okay. I'll be right here.
Okay.
I'll be right here.
Paul?
I made you some tea.
Thank you. So, how are you feeling?
I'm fine. What?
I was just wondering. This thing seems to be contagious.
Craig is next.
What does that mean?
Well, if it's contagious, then Craig would be next.
You didn't hear a word I said, did you? I ran into him at the Lakeview because he had a business meeting there.
Right. And he was kind enough to give you a ride home, and tuck you in.
He didn't tuck me in.
Right, he took your shirt off and then he tucked you in.
My shirt was a mess.
Yeah, I saw that, and I'm sorry. I saw that, and I saw the jacket, and I took it down to the dry cleaners, and should be ready Friday.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So am I getting this silent treatment because I threw up in Craig's car?
I'm sure he didn't mind.
He was actually very sweet about it.
Yeah, Craig's a real sweetheart.
Okay, now I know you're really angry. Fine, if you're not going to tell me what's going on. Whatever.
Is it hot? The tea, you just put it down. Is it too hot?
The tea is fine.
Good, because I want you to be happy, you know.
I was sick.
Yeah, no, I know, and Craig, he was just, you know, returning your favor, right?
What's that mean?
Well, the benefit. You were a good Samaritan, and now Craig was a good Samaritan.
That has nothing to do with...
No kissing this time, right? Lucky Craig. Looks like he won't be catching what you have after all.
There was no kissing.
So the other night, when Craig lured you away from the party, Craig didn't kiss you.
I told you. I went to a room. I didn't know whose it was. The desk clerk told me somebody was sick. But it wasn't just somebody, it was Craig. And he wasn't sick, he was fine. So I spoke to him for maybe 2 minutes. I told him how annoyed I was with him, that I didn't like his tactics, and that I was going back to the party.
And then that's it. He doesn't say another word about it?
He said he wanted to talk to me in private because he was feeling that everybody hates him, and they do. Look, whether or not you agree about this custody thing, and I don't, he still has feelings for Johnny, and I think he just got very emotional and tried to kiss me.
He tried to kiss you.
I didn't kiss him back. As a matter of fact, I slapped him, and I left. That's all it was.
Are you sure? Because what Craig says...
Oh, Craig says, when was this?
Earlier. He saw us arguing at the Lakeview, and he followed me home because he wanted to apologize, because he assumed that he was watching us fight about the kiss, and I was in the dark. So I thought he was lying to me. I thought he was trying to bait me, so I bent over backwards trying to defend you. I made an idiot out of myself until he finally filled me in on all the details.
There are no details. It was a drive-by. He grabbed, I slapped, that was it.
You seem to have forgiven him.
You're really making too much out of this.
Are you sure? Because I just walked in and you're next to the guy in your underwear, a guy who kissed you at a party.
This is why I didn't tell you anything.
What did you wear to the party?
I already
Something he picked out for you?
This to
right,
you.
You couldn't say no to him. Because it was a great idea to dress up like Lady Guinevere. Of course, let me review. Lady Guinevere. A beautiful woman in love with another man, not her husband.
You're paranoid.
Am I? If I were paranoid, I would have thought that you kissed somebody and you didn't kiss them. But the truth is, Meg, is that you did kiss Craig.
He kissed me!
And then what? Right, you forced your way out of the room and you run into who? Me, your fiance. And I ask you, I say, what's wrong with you? Why would you tell me what's the matter? And do you remember what you said? Do you remember? You said nothing. So you're right, Meg. That's why I'm angry with you. Because you lied to me again.